Well, hello, Team Galloway. This is week number 1 of the July Health Games. Actually, we just started 2 days ago, but I like to keep the routine of meeting together each weekend. Tonight's topic, I wanted to share about how to survive eating during the holiday event. If you think about it, there's almost one holiday each month. There's Valentine's Day, there's St. Patrick's Day, there's Memorial Day, there's Mother's Day, there's Memorial Day cookouts, and here we are, 4th of July. And so just about every month, there's usually something special to go to, and then there's your birthday and family birthday. So, it's just good to know, to have some strategies in mind when you're going on such a trip, or such a dinner. So I want to welcome each of you, and I think, do all of you know each other from the last games?
I think we do.
I think you do. We have a few new people, but they're not online right now, so I guess you all know we have Becky, Crump, or Rebecca. You like to be called Rebecca or Becky?
Becky.
Okay, Becky, Crump, and that, on my screen, Becky Crump is that way, and Heather Hudson is down in the corner. I mean, this is kind of cool because it's like Brady Bunch, and then Linda is below me on my screen, and Nelda is right here, Nelda Rust, and Ruth Lampe. So anyway, I wanted to, just briefly chat about some strategies you might have when you know that you're going to go to a large event or a barbecue or a church dinner. I'll just leave it open. Some of you may have some suggestions, and then I'll just fill in. So, Ruth Lampe, could you share some of your strategies for when you're going to a church dinner or a barbecue?
Well, if it's going to be potluck,
Mm-hmm.
I try to take something healthy, so I'll know I'm going to have at least one healthy thing that's on the menu.
Exactly.
And some others that might want to eat healthy can join me.
Right.
Like when we have Fifth Feast at church, I do green beans,
Mm-hmm.
because it's usually the only green vegetable there.
I know at a church dinner, I almost do a green salad every time because it's usually low on salads.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the past, I have brought like a sugar-free dessert. Because at the time I was diabetic, and I knew other people who were diabetic or were just watching their weight would appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, so those are 2 things you can do, is bring some sort of a sugar-free dessert idea, and bring some sort of lean or green item. Okay. Anybody else have a suggestion when they're going to? How about you, Heather? Are you having a suggestion?
Well, I'll go next.
Okay.
I let somebody else fix my plate because they're better at it than I am.
Well, that's kind of neat. And that, when you're there and you can ask somebody, could you, fix my plate? And especially if it's somebody that is getting healthy along with you, that's in your Made to Crave class or on this Healthy Games journey, they know the sort of things that that's a very good strategy. Anybody else?
It's usually Becky or me.
Yeah. So, and you know how she's wanting to eat, and so anybody else have a strategy? Becky? Yeah.
Just portion control is my biggest deal.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. But
Mm-hmm.
if I can just grab a little bit of each thing,
Mm-hmm.
and not fill the plate too full, no stacking.
Yeah, we all been there when we used to stack our plate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And no seconds.
Yes. See, that was one of the things I was going to suggest. Go to the buffet table, make your selections based on them being lean and green. And a lot of times there's a lot of salads. You can have some of those. And then, if there's something that's like a fruit salad that you could substitute for dessert, you can spoon some of that on your plate. But I would steer clear of the desserts unless you know that they're sugar-free, because once you're off sugar for about 2 weeks, you don't even crave it. And then, boy, you reintroduce sugar. You want more, more, more. It's very addicting. And so I would say go through the buffet table once, sit or stand with your back to the food, and then focus on the people who are at the event. Focus on conversation around the table. And always have something to drink that's sugar-free or water in your dominant hand. And, if it's one of these things where you're milling around a room, just steer clear of where all the snackies are after you've eaten. Another thing I do is before I arrive, I have a healthy snack that has protein in it before I even get there, because that way I will eat moderately. I don't want to arrive at a buffet dinner starving. So these are some things that you can do to be able to eat healthy and not go overboard at a event. Now, I noticed Heather Hudson mentioned something on the wall today, which is kind of similar. What do you do when you're vacationing? And I know that Nelda is taking a road trip to Minnesota, and Heather is going to Alabama, and then she's going to Wisconsin. So anyway, she's going to be in the car. And one of the things I suggest is bring a cooler. Have healthy grab-and-go snacks that you've prepackaged, or even cheese sticks, things like that in there. Pour yourself some almonds in a zip bag. Have all kinds of healthy grab-and-go snacks in there for you and your family. And, as we're getting healthy, sometimes our family will try some of the things we're eating, go, hey, I really like that. So, and also have water, bottled water, or a container that you bring from home. But those are some ways you can stay on target when you are when you're traveling. Now, myself, I just told you about how I'm going to be traveling from July 7th until the 31st. One of the things I do, because I'm a Take Shape for Life coach, I am using a 5-in-1 B-Slim plan where I'm using medically formulated meal replacements manufactured by Medifast. And so I take a Ziploc bag and I put 5 items in a Ziploc for each day that I'm going to be gone. And I have that in my luggage. And so I just grab one, and it doesn't matter if I'm driving or if I'm at my niece's house or whatever, I just have to find it lean and green sometime during the day. So it makes it simple for me. And I don't have any excuse if I'm traveling and I've made a provision by either meal replacements or some of these grab-and-go snacks that you can put together. So does anybody else have a comment?
I like what Ruth said, because you can't control necessarily what you're going to eat, so you have the control of how much of it you're going to eat.
At somebody else's house, for instance.
Right.
Yes. And like you're at someone's home, you want to participate in that meal. And, if it's a birthday or someone's invited you over, you don't want to come to the table and say, I can't eat that. Well, we all can eat anything we want. We can stop, challenge, and choose. And you can find the healthiest thing on the table and kind of major on that, and then sample the other things so that you're not being rude to your host.
Exactly.
And because, we're not on a diet. We're not going to do this just for 30 days. We're learning how to live healthy for the rest of our life. So knowing that there's going to be times we're invited over to someone's home, and there's going to, every month or so, there's going to be some sort of celebratory dinner, we have to have strategies to face that and to have a successful meal. So that we don't come home beating ourselves up like, I shouldn't have had that.
Well, the thing is, with Becky and Linda and Samantha and I, we have a buffet every Thursday night. So we have to do it even more often than once a month or so, So it's good that we have each other because we can encourage each other.
Yeah, and if there's 4 of you bringing a buffet item, you know there's going to be more than one item that you can eat. And so, and doesn't Ann Crawford also?
Oh, yes, and Ann Crawford. That's right. There are 5 of us.
Right. So, you have, whether you're at PEP, that's prayer.
Pray, eat, and play.
Pray, eat, and play. Whether you're at PEP or Made to Crave or some other event, it's a real blessing to have other people that are present that are on the same kind of healthy journey that you are on. And mentioning Ann Crawford, I wanted you to know she called me a few minutes ago saying that she has poison oak all over.
Oh.
And really wanted to come, but she's going to see us next week. But she's on the mend. She went to the doctor and she got a solution that's been helpful for her. But anyway, so one of the things I like to ask you guys each week is, was there something on either the team wall or in the points or on the main wall that you read that was really encouraging to you?
I should have written it down.
I wrote something down. But
Right? Because I don't recall now.
Yeah. I was noticing something I really liked was there was a little video on habits, about how to establish a habit. And it
Right.
how our brain makes this connection. How, in the past, when we've been under stress, we would eat certain things and we would make that connection that made us feel good when we're stressed. And it talked about making new habits. And that's the thing. This isn't an eating plan to feel deprived. We all need to fuel our bodies. And what we can do is focus on substituting something healthier than some of the things that we previously ate. And so anyway, that was I just thought that video was really kind of cool.
I liked that too.
Okay. Heather, you want to unmute yourself and share something you read or saw this week that you want to share?
You're stealing all the thunder. You're stealing all the thunder. So I have to agree with you 100%. I like that video.
Okay. Didn't mean to steal the thunder. Sorry about that.
Is that the video?
Today's reading was pretty good on the triggers, like the emotional boredom.
Would you share about that? Because I haven't done my points yet. So go ahead, Becky.
Well, it just talked about knowing your triggers and trying to avoid them before they happen, like stress, emotions, boredom. Mine's boredom. Just, it kind of it had a good list of them there. So when you get to them, but
so did it have to do with like being mindful of the kind of triggers that sometimes set you off in the past?
Yeah, just be prepared for them. You know what they are. They've happened, like for me, so many have happened, boom, 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 boom. And I know they're coming, and I sometimes still give in.
Yes. Let's see. I was going to ask you guys, what is one healthy thing that you can do today that makes you smile?
I can't think of anything offhand.
Okay. Well, I can think of one. You went to Made to Crave, and that's where you're focusing on craving Christ instead of food.
Yes.
So that can make you smile, that you're
yes, it does.
eating your spiritual hunger instead of physical hunger. And
we had a good time today.
Yeah.
I thought it was very helpful.
So Nelda, can you think of something that you did today or plan to do tomorrow that will make you smile?
Well, one thing, I think this is the first day I've gotten in all my water. I'm getting...
Yay, that's a celebration. That'll make you smile. And it'll even make you smile more if you do that daily and then weigh in after a week. It's too soon to weigh in because I know we've just weighed. So I guess next weekend, usually after week 1, there's a dramatic change. And I know you look forward to weighing in next Saturday, or let's say, I guess on the 8th. I forget what day, I know we officially started on the 1st.
Well, the 8th is Wednesday.
Okay. Now, do each of you weigh in like on a Saturday? Do you have a specific day that you like to weigh in?
I do Mondays.
Okay.
I do Sundays.
I always just started the new week off, even though I know the first day of the week is a Sunday, but.
Yeah, but that's a good strategy. Sometimes I weigh in on a Friday, or I like the idea of weighing in on Monday to urge me to have a really good week. And I also like the idea of taking a peek on Thursday to urge me to have a good weekend, And I tell you, it's going to be a real challenge for me being traveling or being at church camp between the 7th of July and 31st. So, but I'm thinking, okay, you're going to be out of pocket, Pamela, but while you're in Florida and while you're in San Diego, while you're at camp, look for opportunities to enjoy some recreation, like walking, hiking, doing stuff with the kids. So hopefully I will still be able to do my 4%. But anyway, I'm not allowed to be an excuse. Let me put it that way. I know
as far as eating, you've got a good plan. So
yes,
if you get your exercise, then you should be good to go.
Yeah, in fact, it may be even a better month in July than it was in June because of all the opportunities for physical activity. Walking along the beach with my nephew in Florida, hiking in San Diego. I have never been to the Point Loma Lighthouse in San Diego. I lived there for 5 years and I never went to the lighthouse. So that's on my to-do list with Karen. But I figure, just make a recreational day out of it.
Well, the kids have us walk the dog with them every day. When we're in San Diego, so
and there's lots of parks.
That's a good long walk too.
Yes, and there's lots of parks to enjoy. I tell you, didn't you say they live kind of north of Torrey Pines, Del Mar area?
They are on the north edge of San Diego, next to Del Mar.
Okay, there is a hike nearby that I absolutely love. You can park at Torrey Pines. It's right there on the beach. It's a Torrey Pines State Park. You park your car, and then you walk up to a bluff, and there's some trails, and there's one trail that goes down, down, down to the beach. And then I walk along the beach back to the parking lot. So I love that one. It's on my list.
Sounds like fun. I don't have any choice, though, where we're going.
Well, no, but you might suggest it. You might say, hey, can we do the Torrey Pines walk that takes us up and then down to the beach? And they may go, oh, yeah. Because sometimes when people live someplace for a long time, they forget about, what's there. And if everybody is as ambulatory as you are, they probably will enjoy doing that.
Well, I'm probably the least ambulatory of all of us.
Well, and on that particular walk, as you're going down, 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 I use trekking poles. These are really cheap. You can get them at Walmart. And they're telescoping in length. They look like ski poles, but they stabilize you as you're walking down uneven paths, and they are worth it. So anyway, let's see, what else did we want to some of the time we've been looking at our points. Sometimes they have one on gratefulness, and I was wondering, can you think of somebody that you're grateful for today? That kind of goes to your emotional health. There's someone in your life that you're grateful for.
Ruth.
Okay, so Linda's
been a big help to me and a big inspiration.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And we're just all in this together.
That's right. We're all in it together. We're in the same boat together. This has been a struggle I've been on for over 30 years. Until this, I've been a yo-yo. But truly, I know I keep typing, growing healthy together is contagious because, we can encourage one another and we kind of have fun with each other. And so, anyway, is there anybody else that has someone in their life they're grateful for?
I'm grateful for you,
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Pamela.
Well, thank you.
You're a big encouragement to all of us.
Well, thanks. You know,
If I hadn't met you, I wouldn't have known about this, because I really, and this has been just what I needed to get started.
well, good. I met Nelda as I was helping her daughter move. Her daughter is Lisa Rust, third grade teacher at the elementary school, and we met each other when I was working there. And I have a pickup truck. When I knew she was moving, I said, "Hey, I got a pickup. Do you need any help?" And so she said, "Sure." And then her dad and her mom had come to town to help her move, so that's how I met Nelda. And let's see.
You know what? I was going to butt in real quick. I was going to say I'm very grateful for you. We've had many years of knowing each other and my travel buddy, and just saying thank you for getting me started to a healthier life, and also for my children. Because I don't think, had you not shared your little chocolate shake with me, I don't know if it would have taken place, but it did, and I appreciate you tremendously.
Oh, thank you. Heather and I go way back, but I have moved, let's see, about 20 years ago, I lived in Chicago, Crystal Lake, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, and that's where I met Heather and Pat Kingston. And see, it's been more than 20 years since I've lived there, and I really lost contact. And about 2 years ago, I made a trip to Chicago on Mother's Day and took a train out to Crystal Lake to go back to our church, and I reconnected with Heather, and you know, I've invited her to this, and I saw her this past Mother's Day, and we go way back because we went on a Hong Kong mission trip together in 1998 and 1999. So we have traveled internationally together, and so anyway, it just pleases me to see you making progress. I'm so happy for you. So anyway, let's see.
Thank you.
What's that? You're muted, Heather.
I said thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm doing a Zoom, I see this 10-minute warning and 15-minute warning. Sometimes it doesn't give me a warning. But anyway, I was going to ask you guys, what is one thing you can do in your life that will make your life more fun? More fun. You know, we as adults, we get so into our routines and our responsibilities. Sometimes we forget to have fun.
I don't have that problem. I have lots of fun.
Do you now? Okay. When you're playing hand and foot at Pep or dominoes.
You bet.
Well, yeah, and I play with Betty Wilson, your landlady, on Wednesdays. That's where I met you.
That's right.
Was at Betty's house when you were considerably heavier than you are now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud of your progress.
Well, thank you. Well, anyway, like I said, growing healthy together makes it fun and contagious and gives us each success. Becky Crump, what's something you can do to make your life more fun?
Well, I don't really have too much of a problem. I like to fish. Sometimes take the dog out for a walk if it's not too terribly hot.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get up earlier. That would probably help because it's cooler in the morning.
Okay.
Learn to get up earlier.
Yeah. How about you, Nelda Rust? What's something you can do to make your life more fun?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I have fun, but I don't know I don't know what will make it have more fun except to travel more.
Okay, so I guess the thing is to ask you what's something you do in your life that is fun for you. Whoops.
Playing the piano.
Playing the piano. That's something for fun. And I imagine that's relaxing as well as worshipful. You know, if you're playing praise music. Let's see. So you like to do fishing, did you say, Becky Crump? Okay. Heather, Hudson, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
I like to have just free time, and because I really don't get it. And I got some this morning. I went for a 45-minute walk while everybody was still sleeping. So
Yay!
that's fun to me.
Okay. And I imagine you have fun doing activities with your children. I mean, sometimes you're going to the park together, sometimes you're walking together.
Absolutely. That goes without saying.
Yes.
I really am blessed.
Well, you know, for me, sometimes something simple to make my life more fun is to call a friend that lives out of state. You know, I have moved around so much that I have dear friends in Delaware. Well, I lived in Connecticut, but Delaware, Kentucky, Illinois, Ohio, California, and now Texas. So, you know, just calling an old friend and visiting on the phone is fun for me.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I've got a friend that she always remembers to call me first, and I might give her a call tonight.
Yes, yes, good idea. Let's see. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July, you know, celebration with your family. I imagine some of the communities have fireworks, and I think they have fireworks over Lake Fork. I've never gone to see that. I imagine it would be a traffic jam going along, trying to find a place to park or whatever. Does anyone have any questions about the health games? I think since we're all returning participants, yeah, we're all returning participants. So imagine you kind of got everything under your belt. Going in daily to get your points and continue to invite. I don't know if you saw it on the main wall. See, we can invite all the way up until the 14th, and they're actually giving $100 prizes for the top 10 people, I guess, that invite the most people that join. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, we can invite a lot of people. If 3 people join and someone has 20 people join, and, you know, that person.
You might want to clarify that, though. You said up to the 14th.
They're going to
14 days.
Well, it's 14 days.
To join before the 1st.
Okay, you are right. We can invite. Okay, we can invite for points for 14 days, but we can invite all the way up to the 14th. And after the 14th, they're going to shut it down and look at the metrics and say, Linda invited this many people and this many people joined. See what I'm saying? So
right.
It's kind of interesting, all the technical things they can do. They can see who joined by clicking on your personal link, I guess is one way to put it. But anyway, every week they have a new emphasis. Sometimes they give away Fitbits. Sometimes they have a wacky workout photo.
What's a Fitbit?
Fitbits are things, you may have seen people wearing something on their, there's Heather sporting her Fitbit. It gives you a lot of fitness and health information, and you can touch it and it has a readout, or can't you synchronize that with your computer and run some sort of a chart or data, Heather?
I have it synchronized with my computer and my phone, but mine, if I tap on it, I'll put it to sleep. I have to go into my phone to put in all my data, because I bought, excuse me, I bought a cheaper version of a Fitbit and didn't get the real expensive one. Okay. I have the Fitbit Flex, and I love it because I'll go on and I'll be like, oh, I only have 3,000 steps. Well, when I did my 45-minute walk this morning, I had 6,000 steps before I was done.
Yay!
Wow.
And see, if you're encouraged. So when you have something like that, it encourages you to increase your activity. Some people use MyFitnessPal on their cell phone, and they have a way for just the motion of walking your stride will count. So there's different tools that you can use to monitor how much activity you're having. And you know what? I had a blonde day yesterday. My iPhone jumped off my window. See, I have to put my phone in the window to get good cell signal. Someone buzzed me and it jumped into my kitty cat's water bowl. So I had to go get a new phone. And this one on the back has a place where you put your finger, and it will even do like my heart rate and a certain amount of healthy information. Oh, wow. It does my oxygen percentage.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? You know, and so I haven't synchronized it up. I mean, I haven't opened up the application, but I was really surprised that there's that much healthy things with a phone. So anyway, well, let's see. We have 3.5 minutes left. Is there any encouraging words that some of you guys want to share with each other as we go into the second week? How about you, Ruth Lampe?
Just don't give up. Just never give up. Like, who was it? Churchill said? His big long speech to the graduates of Oxford or somebody. Mm-hmm. Never, 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 never give up.
That's right. Don't give up. And you know,
it's a new day.
And I want to say a big congratulations to Becky Crump. I mean, like a 3 gold star kind of congratulations, because the last week of June, she was concerned that she may not make it, probably won't make it. And I kept saying, hey, keep drinking your water, keep taking a walk. You know, you might squeak by. And sure enough, she did. She surprised herself. So, hey, way to go. So
now I know I can do it.
Huh?
Now I know I can do it.
That's right.
Exactly. So I think that really encouraged Becky, and I wanted to encourage each of you as, you know, July is often vacation month, and, you know, there's events to go to. So I just want to encourage you to make healthy choices, no matter if you're at home or if you're in the car. Make provision by packing a cooler or having some meal replacements with you. I will have to be in touch. Next weekend, I'll be at my Take Shape for Life convention. I'll have to look at my, the schedule to figure out when I would be doing a Zoom, whether it be Friday or Saturday night. I might even do Thursday. That might be easier.
Well, there will be a bunch of us not on Thursday.
Oh, right. No, Pep is
I
Thursday
cannot
night,
do
right?
Thursday.
Okay, Thursday night's out. Okay.
Besides, I'll be in San Diego.
That's true.
So I guess I could join you from San Diego.
Sure.
No,
all you have to do is you
you
can put Zoom on your phone.
I have a dumb phone.
You have a dumb phone. Well, and if you're at your niece or nephew's, you can just say, hey, can I be at the computer at such and such time?
I wouldn't do that. It's my youngest son. Y'all just have to miss me next week.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that.
All right. Well, anyway, blessings to each of you as you go through July, and never give up. Keep drinking your water. Keep having a plan. And as Karen Clemens says, plan A, no plan B. I mean, that's her way of saying, I want to stick to my plan.
That's right.
And so it's real important for you to make your plans and stick to them and make provision by, you know, packing up some snacks or whatever. And eating meals, you know, every 2.5 to 3 hours apart keeps you from getting overly hungry. So that when you do eat again, you don't end up binging. So anyway, blessings to each one of you, and take care.
All right.
Same to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.